Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So it turns out this Gervonta Tank Davis case is a little bit more serious than I thought it was originally. Gervonta is being charged of leaving the scene of an accident involving injury and damage to property, driving on a revoked license, and running a red light. Now, usually cases like this for celebrities, it ends with some type of suspended sentence, community service, and probation. In fact, this Davis case is almost identical to the John Jones hit and run case. Coincidentally, both Jones and Davis, they fled the scene. It was a hit and run, and both hit and runs involved an injured pregnant lady. The pregnant lady in John Jones' case, she ended up with a broken arm. And the pregnant lady in Davis's case, she ended up with a knee injury. So John Jones, who also had marijuana in his car, when the judge sentenced him, they gave him 18 months of supervised probation, 0 jail time. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis was pretty much offered the same deal by the court that John Jones got, which was a suspended sentence, home confinement, and community service. But the difference is there were 4 victims involved in the Gervonta Tank Davis case. And one of the victims, she told the judge that she suffered serious injuries and she felt the plea deal was unfair. She said home confinement with work release is nothing. Her name is Jair Smith, and this is the pregnant victim. So Smith's attorney, she said she, meaning Smith, she wants the court to know that she won't be satisfied with anything other than a period of incarceration in order to make sure this person gets the message. So because she's demanding jail time for Gervonta Tank Davis, the judge, he took the plea deal off the table. And now the case is going to trial in December 12th. It's going to be a 2-day trial, meaning this trial will take place a couple of weeks before Gervonta Tank Davis's next fight, which is supposed to be against Ryan Garcia. Now, Gervonta is looking at 14 counts. But I think the good news for Davis is all of these counts are misdemeanors, and the most serious counts carry up to a year in jail. Look, guys, even though the victim wants Gervonta Tank Davis to do jail time, I don't see Gervonta doing jail time for this. I mean, once again, we've seen this so many times play out, where fighters, once again, like John Jones and many other, are in this exact same situation and they end up getting probation. The victim, even though she's demanding jail time, she's not the one that determines Gervonta's sentence. That's the judge and the jury's job. But there's no doubt about it, the victim, Smith, she really wants blood. Not only is she demanding for Gervonta to do jail time, but she's also seeking restitution for $450,000 for pain and suffering. She also says she looked Gervonta dead in his eyes and she asked him to help her as she was stuck in the car, and Gervonta just looked at her. He got his stuff out of his Lamborghini and transported it to another car and fled the scene. So once again, with that being said, I truly don't believe, or I can't see Gervonta doing jail time for this. Not for a misdemeanor that carries up to a year in jail. Let's not forget Floyd Mayweather's daughter. She was looking at a charge that carried up to 99 years in prison, and she ended up with 6 years probation. And she stabbed someone. She pled guilty. Once again, by way of contrast, Gervonta Tank Davis, he committed a misdemeanor. I think it would be a lot different if Gervonta Tank Davis was looking at a felony, and he was looking at a felony that carried up to 7 to 10 years. So I would be very surprised if Gervonta gets jail time for this situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It can happen. I mean, you know, Floyd Mayweather is the only fighter I know that actually did jail time in a situation kind of similar. But in Floyd's situation, he actually accepted the plea deal, which included, 2-3 months in jail, which he really only got jail time because he was Floyd Mayweather. We all know if he was Conor McGregor, he wouldn't have got any jail time. But in Floyd's situation, he was looking at about 7 years in prison if it would have went to trial. Gervonta, on the other hand, once again, is only looking at 1 year. You know, Gervonta, he already reached settlements with all the 3 other victims that was involved in the accident, which is going to also make Gervonta Tank Davis look good when he goes to trial. At the end of the day, it was an accident. This wasn't intentional. The only thing he did intentional in this whole situation or this whole case was leaving the scene, which seems more like a probational type of sentence rather than a jail time sentence. But we'll see. We'll see in December. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.